Here are 10 beginner tips for Hollow Knight Silksong. These are simple things that new players might not know right away, but once you understand them, the game makes a lot more sense and things get a lot easier. Whether this is your first Hollow Knight game or you're just picking up Silksong, these tips should help you get started. Number 1. Learn the coil and silk system. Your coil acts like an action meter, and it's the foundation of everything in Silksong. Every time you hit enemies or strike silk strands in the environment, you add silk to your coil. That silk powers your most important actions in the game. Without silk, you can't heal, and you can't use your powerful abilities later on. So as you fight, always keep an eye on your coil and think about how you're going to spend it. Number 2, heal yourself with bind. The first and most crucial way to use your silk is for healing. When your coil is full, you can hold bind to instantly restore up to 3 health masks. It won't refill your entire health bar, but it's enough to save you when things get rough. When I played the game for the first time, I did not even realize that you could heal, and it made the game way more harder than it needed to be. Don't make that mistake. If you're desperate, you can even heal mid-air, which gives you another way to recover in dangerous situations. Number 3, use silk skills for stronger attacks. Silk isn't just for healing. You'll also unlock silk skills, which are special abilities you equip at benches. One of the first you'll find is Silk Spear, which lets you pierce through webs and strike enemies from a distance. Silk skills are much stronger than your basic needle attacks, and can completely change how you approach fights. The trade-off is that they cost silk to use, so every time you spend it on a skill, you're giving up the ability to heal. Learning when to heal and when to unleash a silk skill is one of the most important balances in the game. Number 4, collect and manage Rosary Beads. Rosary Beads are the main currency in Silksong. You can earn them by defeating enemies and picking them up as you explore Pharloom. Beads are what you spend on maps, tools, upgrades, and other useful items from merchants. If you die while carrying beads, you lose them. To protect what you've collected, you'll sometimes find rosary strings. These show up in your inventory and hold beads safely so they won't disappear when you die. The trade-off is that beads on a string can't be spent until you break it. When you're ready to buy something, open your menu and break a string to release the beads. From that point on, they can be used, but they're also at risk again if you die. The smart move is to only break strings when you're at a shop and about to spend them. Number 5, recover beads from death cocoons. When you die, Hornet leaves behind a silk cocoon at the spot where she fell. Your loose rosary beads and your silk meter are stored inside. If you return and break the cocoon open, you'll recover your beads and restore silk. But if you die again before reaching it, those beads are gone forever. Also be cautious when heading back to recover your cocoon. Number 6, farm beads when you need more. If you need beads quickly, you can farm them. Areas like Moss Home near Bone Bottom or the Deep Docks are great places for this. Defeat enemies, rest at a nearby bench to respawn them, and then repeat the loop. This is one of the easiest ways to stock up early, so you can afford upgrades and important items. Number 7, benches are more than just save points. Benches are more than just checkpoints. Sitting at a bench restores your health and locks in your progress. They're also where you equip and swap out silk skills, tools, and crest that change Hornet's abilities. Always check your setup when sitting down, especially after finding something new. Since benches also respawn enemies, they're perfect for farming beads or practicing routes when you're learning an area. Number 8, buy maps and upgrade them. You don't start the game with a map or any way to see your location. To get one, you'll need to buy a map from Chakra, the map merchant, who you first meet in the Marrow at Bone Bottom. When you first buy a map, it will look mostly empty. To make it useful, you'll also need the Quill, which fills in the areas you've explored, and the Compass, which marks your position on the map. Chakra also sells pins and markers so you can highlight benches, merchants, and other important spots. Getting these upgrades early makes exploring much easier and keeps you from wandering around lost. Number 9, understanding Mask Shards. Hornet starts with 5 masks of health, but you can increase that by finding Mask Shards. Every 4 shards you collect combine into 1 extra permanent mask on your health bar, and completing a set also gives you a full heal. You can get Mask Shards in different ways, like finding them hidden around Pharloom, completing challenges, or buying them from merchants. The first one you'll likely come across is in the Bone Bottom shop, where you can buy a shard for 300 rosary beads. Mask Shards are one of the best upgrades you can get because every new mask gives you 1 more hit before dying. Number 10, get Shell Shards to repair tools. Shell Shards are one of the most important resources in Silksong. You get them by defeating enemies and breaking Shell Shard deposits in the environment. They're not currency like rosary beads. Instead, they're used to repair and recharge your tools whenever you sit at a bench. Every time you rest, Shell Shards are automatically used to refill your equipped tools, keeping them ready to use. Unlike beads, Shell Shards aren't lost when you die, so always collect as many as you can. And those are 10 beginner tips for Hollow Knight Silksong. Hopefully these make the game a little easier to understand as you explore Pharloom. If you have any questions questions or tips of your own to share, leave a comment, and don't forget to smash like and subscribe for more Silksong.